Today I want to talk to you about a new series that is called The Undeclared War. This is a series that I highly recommend that you watch when you have the opportunity. It is just 6 episodes. It is a UK production. It is a UK series. It is available, I believe, on a number of platforms, on a number of streaming platforms, but I think it's also available for free on Channel 4, and I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you how to find it. If you follow my channel, you know that I talk about career, money, business, consulting, and once in a while I talk about other topics that are related. They are part of my broader interests. One of the videos I've shared with you was about the most important book to read right now, which is called Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, and I'm going to put a link here so you can read it. So much like that recommendation, much like I recommended then for you to read this book to understand the changing socioeconomic reality in the world today, I'm also recommending that you watch the series, The Undeclared War, to understand basically what's going on right now. And funny enough, elements that are presented in the series are literally part of our lived reality today. So it makes it even more relevant. Now, the series is all about a series of cyber attacks between Russia and UK, and they escalate into conflict. And I don't want to give too much away, but needless to say, I've made another video a few weeks back in which I shared, some of the things I would do differently today if I were a 20-something or 30-something year old. Cybersecurity was one of the recommendations I made. For people who have an interest in cybersecurity, I think is going to become very more sought after in terms of skills. The cybersecurity skills and experience and certifications are going to become very, more and more prominent in the future. And then obviously what we're living today and then what's reflected in the series, it proves that point. So I'm going to link this video I made right here, and then check it out. And if you're 20-something or 30-something year old today, and then you have an interest to see what I would do different today with the information I've got right now in terms of what career choices, what education, training, or certification I would pursue, that's the video to watch. Now, coming back to the series, so television is used for predictive programming. If you know, the reason why TV shows or TV programs are called programs, or TV is called programming, is because each time a show is on, something runs on a TV, it comes in the form of a program. Everything that's running on a TV, it's in terms of news, shows, it influences people's worldviews and how they see the world. So, you can see this more obviously with movies, series, movies, cartoons, music as well, like music videos. They have, a lot of predictive programming embedded into them, so that future events are portrayed in these movies, particularly, as an example, sci-fi movies, certain versions of the future where, it's more dystopian or utopian. And all of this, they make for a nice show to watch, but at the same time, you best believe that the peoples behind those projects, they embed predictive programming, and there's a lot of information on that you can find, if you do some digging. Now, so we've had predictive programming on a number of shows, on a number of programs, movies, so on, for quite a number of decades now. But in between, we've also had programs that include disclosure. So disclosure is basically where a program tells you exactly what's going on, but obviously the plot and the script is set up in such a way to make it as the least blatant as possible. So for example, in the case of the undeclared war, so first point in the series is that they place the time of the events in the year 2024, and then early on in the series they set out that Boris Johnson, who is the current UK Prime Minister, was removed through a coup. And then there was a black Prime Minister. Just literally, I finished watching the series 2 days ago, and yesterday I just woke up to the news that Boris Johnson is in basically literally facing a coup, exactly like the series says. So going back to my point, so as we have predictive programming and have had predictive programming in so many shows and series, we have in some of them disclosure. So disclosure is about things that happen today or have happened in the past or will happen in the near future. But because the producers of the shows, they cannot really make it too blatant, they kind of change some of the elements and disclose others as they are, but change sort of the order in which things happen, or they switch the order of who does what. So for example, again, in the undeclared war, it seems that Russia is the provoking agent. So basically, when you watch a program that has disclosure in it, you have to obviously look at it from all angles and understand what disclosure is there that's embedded in there, and you have to use discernment to understand what exactly is being disclosed, because sometimes it's not that obvious. Sometimes parts are switched, sides are switched, and sometimes some of the disclosure is not fully made, it's just partial. Sometimes you only have partial disclosure, and sometimes the parties are inversed, they are switched. Let me show you what the name of the series is again, where you can find it to watch for free, and also I'll show you the news with what's going on with Boris Johnson literally today. So here it is. This is channel4.com, channel4.com, and you have here the Undeclared War. That's the name of the series. There are only 6 episodes, as I said, and this is a gripping thriller. Obviously, it's very psychological. Can get very intense. This is a brilliant program. This is a brilliant series. It's so well made. It is absolutely brilliant. I watch lots of series, and this is one of the best series I've ever watched. The way it presents how a conflict can happen by escalation with using cybersecurity, and the role of scientists, and the role of people specializing in encryption and decryption, people who specialize in cybersecurity, is when you have a conflict, and how you need to be really discerning to understand what's reality and what's fiction, what is propaganda, what is a deep fake. It's really eye-opening, and I guess we are all aware of what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. I think you would be surprised of how you can understand some of the information that is being portrayed. You can ask yourself, how much of what is being, reported in the news can you actually trust when news can be easily manipulated on both sides. So on, both sides can have this happen. So I just finished the series on the 4th of July. So I watched the series on the 4th of July. And then yesterday, the 5th of July, some news started to break that, both the Chancellor of the UK as well as the Health Minister, they both resigned on the same day, on the 5th of July here in the UK. And then on the 6th, today, basically, first page on the BBC News, we have this news here. Cabinet ministers in number 10 as calls grow for Johnson to go. So, and again, the series has this disclosure at the beginning of the series where it says that, Boris Johnson was removed through a coup in 2022. So I guess, well, either the producers of the show knew what was going to happen and, used that as a, part of the disclosure in the series, or it's just pure coincidence. But if you dig deeper, watch the series, you'll see other things that are being portrayed there, that are being explained there, and I promise you will be blown away. I'm going to add the 2 videos I recommended. Hope you're going to find them useful as well. What I would recommend you watch next is the video on why Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand is the best book to read right now to understand, changing socioeconomic reality in the world. And second video, if you're a 20-year or 30-year-old today, I've made a video for you on, different things, different choices, different decisions I would make today, education, training, career, and money. Check those out. And if you enjoyed this video, please share, like, and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me, would help me grow my channel organically. I will see you again in one of my next videos soon. Bye for now.